Good morning guys, it's Painterkot and today I'm here with another speed paint video. For today's video I have some exciting thing. For today's video I will start a new artwork for Draw This in Your Style Classical Edition. Too much words. So yeah, I'm really turned on. I'm excited because I have such not so much time as I wanted to be, because yeah, I have to prepare for fishing, for my mom's arriving. So yeah, I have a lot of things that I need to do, that I have to do. So yeah, today I'll start a new artwork. I not even started yet because I want to keep my emotion fresh. And yeah, like in my previous video about this thing, this is she. She is right now living near my greens in my kitchen. So yeah, today I'll start a new thing with based on Alfons Mucha artwork. I don't know how to name this artwork because it actually hasn't that name, because he worked with a commercial with some production. So it was, I think it was just some type of commercial, but this is a girl with some grapes. I don't know why my audience in Vkontakte chose this from three opportunities, from fashion, Waterhouse, and third was Mucha, but they chose Mucha, and I think for the next one I need to put some questions here on YouTube. Maybe you will suggest something really new, and maybe it will be really interesting. So before, I need to mention that I have right now this thing and I'm obsessed with this. This is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children in English, and I'm so happy about it, but it's a little bit expensive for me because regular book costs less than $3 and this is $13, but this is so good, so amazing. Yeah, so I'm really excited. I read it really slowly because it's too hard for me, too much new words, but I think that it helped me to improve my language skills, and I hope that you noticed this. And so guys, let's jump into the video, and I hope you like it, and I hope this all turns on really pretty. Let's start. Okay guys, let's start. But before, I have to say that this video will be really long, so take a cup of coffee or tea and continue watching. You know why I choose Alfons Mucha work? Because I have some questions for my subscribers in Vkontakte, and they choose this painter. And this is the part of my Draw This in Your Style Classic challenge, if I can name this a challenge. So yeah, I think that I need to tell you a little bit about this artist, because he is one of my favorite artists, and I have a really big period in my youngest years when I tried to copy his artworks, and I was so impressed by his style. So there were everywhere flowers and girls and this yeah, I really tried to copy his style, but I don't know what happens next. But my style changed a little bit, so it was really fun to remember how I tried to copy his artworks. So yeah, of course you can read Mucha biography on Wikipedia, but it's really long, and nobody have time to read all of this information, so I have the short version for you. Alfons Mucha was born in the town of Ivančice, Moravia, today region of Czech Republic. His singing abilities allow him to continue his education through high school in the Moravian capital of Brunn, today is Brno. Even though drawing has been his first love since childhood. He worked at decorative painting jobs in Moravia, mostly painting theatrical scenery, then in 1879 moved to Vienna to work for a leading Viennese theatrical design company, while informally furthering his artistic education. When a fire destroyed his employer's business in 1881, he returned to Moravia doing freelance decorative and portrait paintings. Count Karl Kuhn of Mikulov hired Mucha to decorate Hrusevany Emachov Castle with murals and was impressed enough that he agreed to sponsor Mucha's formal training at the Munich Academy of Fine Arts. Mucha moved to Paris in 1887 and continued his studies at Académie Julian and Académie Colarossi, while also producing magazine and advertising illustrations. Around Christmas 1894, Mucha happened to drop into a print shop where there was a sudden and unexpected demand for a new poster to advertise a play starring Sarah Bernard, the most famous actress in Paris, at the Théâtre de la Renaissance on the Boulevard Saint-Martin. Mucha volunteered to a lithographed poster within 2 weeks, and on the 1st of January 1895, the advertisement of the play Gismonda by Victorien Sardou appeared on the streets of the city. It was an overnight sensation and announced the new artistic style and its creator to the citizens of Paris. Bernard was so satisfied with the success of that first poster that she entered into a 6-year contract with Mucha. Mucha produced a flurry of paintings, posters, advertisements and book illustrations, as well as designs for jewelry, carpets, wallpaper and theater sets in what was initially called the Mucha style but became known as Art Nouveau. Mucha's works frequently featured beautiful, healthy young women in flowing, vaguely neoclassical-looking robes, often surrounded by lush flowers with sometimes formed halos behind the women's heads. In contrast with contemporary poster makers, he used paler pastel colors. In 1900, Universal Exhibition in Paris spreaded the Mucha style internationally, of which Mucha said, "I think the Exposition Universal made some contribution toward bringing aesthetic values into arts and crafts." He decorated the Bosnia and Herzegovina pavilion and collaborated in the Austrian pavilion. His Art Nouveau style was often imitated. However, this was a style that Mucha attempted to distance himself from throughout his life. He interested always that rather than adhering to any fashionable stylistic form, his paintings come purely from within and check art. He declared that art existed only to communicate a spiritual message and nothing more. Hence his frustration at the fame he gained through commercial art when he wanted always to concentrate on more lofty projects that would ennoble art and his birthplace. Mucha married Marushka or Maria Chutilova in June 10, 1906 in Prague. The couple visited United States from 1906 to 1910, when their daughter Yaroslava was born in New York City. They also had a son, Jiri, born in March 20, 1950 in Prague. who later became a well-known journalist, writer, screenwriter, author, and author of autobiographical novels and studies of the work of his father. There he expected to earn money to fund his nationalistic projects, to demonstrate to Czechs that he had not sold out. He was supported by millionaire Charles R. Crane, who applied his fortune to promote revolutions, and after meeting Thomas Masaryk, Slavic nationalism. The family then returned to the Czech lands and settled in Prague, where he decorated the Theatre of Fine Arts, contributed the murals on the mayor's office at the municipal house and other landmarks of the city. When Czechoslovakia won its independence after World War I, Mucha designed the new postage stamps, banknotes, and other government documents for the new state. Mucha considered Le Pater his printed masterpiece and referred to it in the January 5, 1900 issue for the Sun newspaper New York as the thing he had put his soul into. Printed on December 20, 1899, Le Pater was Mucha's occult examination of the themes of the Lord's Prayer, and only 510 copies were produced. He spent many years working on that, considering his fine art masterpiece, the Slav epic, Slavianska Epopeia, a series of 20 huge paintings depicting the history of Czech and the Slavic peoples in general, bestowed to the city in Prague in 1928. He had dreamed of completing a series such as this, a celebration of Slavic history since he was young. Since 1963, the series have been on display in the chateau of Moravsky Krumlovat, the South Moravian region in Czech Republic. The rising tide of fascism in the late 1930s led to Mucha's works, as well as his Slavic nationalism, being denounced in the press and reactionary. When German troops marched into Czechoslovakia in the spring of 1939, Mucha was among the first people to be arrested by Gestapo. During the course of the interrogation, and aging artist fell ill with pneumonia. Though eventually released, he never recovered from the strain of this event or seeing his home invaded and overcome. He died in Prague on July 14, 1939, of a lung infection and was interred there in Visegrad Cemetery. By the time of his death, Mucha's style was considered outdated. However, his son, author Yuri Mucha, devoted much of his life to writing about him and bringing attention to his art. Interest in Mucha's distinctive style experienced a strong revival in 1960s, with a general interest in Art Nouveau, and is particularly evident in the psychedelic posters of Habshanash and the Colored Coat, the collective name of two British artists, Michael English and Nigel Weymouth, who designed posters for groups such as Pink Floyd and the Incredible String Band. In his own country, the new authorities were not interested in Mucha. His Slav epic was rolled and stored for 25 years before being shown in Moravsky Krumlov, and only recently has a Mucha museum appeared in Prague, run by his grandson John Mucha. It has continued to experience periodic revivals of interest for illustration and artists. The Japanese manga artist Naoko Takeuchi released a series of official posters depicting 5 of the main characters from her manga series Sailor Moon, mimicking Mucha style. Another manga artist in 1962, born Masakazu Katsura has also mimicked Mucha style several times. Comic book artist and current Marvel Comics editor-in-chief Joe Quesada always borrowed heavily from Mucha's techniques for a series of covers, posters, and prints. So yeah, we can say that Mucha style is popular time by time, and I think that right now it's another splash of popularity of this artist, because yeah, we have such a great digital artist like Arthur Glenn, who is really in Art Nouveau style. I actually didn't see so much artists who tried to mimic Mucha style, but I think that there is there is a really bunch of artists who try to copy. So yeah, he's popular all the time. So I hope this little lecture wasn't so boring for you, and maybe you have some really good information from it. So if you want to see the finished product, watch this video till the end, and yep, like this video or comment, it will be really cool. guys, I hope you liked this video. If it is so, give me big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and push this gray bell icon, because yeah, I'm not a regular at my posting. And if you like this idea about Draw This in Your Style Classic Edition, do something in your style and give me a link to your art in the comment section, and I will be really happy if you do something inspired by this little challenge. Yeah, bye!